Sorry. There we go. That's not what I want. Come on. That's what I wanted.
Didn't change the title yet. There we go. Now the title's correct.
Huzzah.
Almost ready.
My face was starting to hurt doing that. I was just waiting to see how long it was going to take you to notice.
I'm about to fade it in. You ready?
Yep.
And welcome everybody. Gaming Mike here along with actor Matt. We're here for another episode of Jolt. Hi Matt.
Hello.
Hello. And hello Mary Lizzie. Thanks for joining us in the chat so quickly today. We're going to be talking video game news, entertainment news, TVs, movies, all that good stuff here on another installment of Jolt. We got the Twitch Adpocalypse to discuss. We got the new episode of Dune to discuss. Dune Prophecy is out now. There's an episode out. We're going to be talking about that. And video game and TV news in general. Other than that, we're posting it all in the Discord. There's a link in the Discord, in the description for the Discord server, Gaming Mike's Discord server. You can join us in there anytime. Share the news with us. Let us know what you want us to talk about on these shows. We've been doing them weekly, pretty regularly. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. And how are you doing, Matt?
I'm good. I might get a little bit. I might be a little bit wired here. I'm sipping on some coffee. I know it's late to be drinking coffee, but
that's okay. That's okay. Should we start things off by talking Twitch Adpocalypse?
Yes, because
it's the content creator news, which I do like to cover from time to time here on the channel. But Twitch is seeing a lot of advertisers fleeing, basically. Wait, let me get this thing nice and biggie sized. There we go. Which is seeing a lot of advertisers fleeing the platform recently. There's been a lot of political discourse that's getting a lot of negative attention from some of the more dramatic opinion streamers that have cropped up in recent years. That's now a total thing where it's just video gamers who got a really big following on Twitch and then started thinking that their opinion counted for something more than what it really does. And then a lot of loudmouth, miscreant type of sycophants start, parroting it.
Yeah.
And then the advertisers go away and everybody loses money, basically. This happened a few years ago on YouTube, 2017. YouTube had its own adpocalypse after PewDiePie ran his mouth a bit too much and drove some advertisers away after some bad press. Same thing. It's happening on Twitch now. There's a few streamers out there. I'm hesitating to even bring up names because they're just total troglodyte gooners that I don't want to even mention them,
Well, and you answered the questions I had just there in the intro for it that I had asked you on the Discord, which is great. But I don't get why doesn't Twitch just demonetize some of these people or give them a warning that they're going to do this? Hey,
they get their bans. One of them got a 2-week ban after one of the recent flare-ups, and they'll punish them. Okay. They'll punish them, but that doesn't stop the advertisers from leaving. So what's happening? And we've got a few here in the thread. We have some examples of quite a few streamers just posting directly what they're losing out on. Let me pause that. Down 80% from 10,000 at some points per day to about 2,000 a day, according to this streamer here. And
that's disgusting, by the way. I saw that. I saw that when I was reading the article, and I was like, "You make $10,000 a day to play video games? I wish we could do that."
Oh, is it not going to show me the entire thread if I'm not signed in? That's so unfortunate.
I don't know.
It's so dumb. This website gets worse every time I look at it. Every single time I look at it, it gets worse. Let me see something. Yeah, there's some other streamers in this thread. How can I get around this? Oh, I know. Just copy other tweets right in there. Oh, and Matt, you can't see the browser right now, can you? One sec, I'll fix that.
I cannot. Yeah.
Back. Let me show that for you. Let me pause her. But there's another streamer. Revenue down to pennies per day. These streamers are posting about it, saying that they've lost all this revenue, which is rough. It's no good, and it's generally irresponsible on Twitch's end.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry. You're really irresponsible on Twitch's end. They're trying to do what they can do. They're starting to have people. The move now is going to be for them to have streamers categorize all their content and make content categorization so that advertisers can choose, say, hey, I don't want my ads shown on content that is this category, that category, whatever. That's what YouTube did back in 2017 to take care of it. That's why YouTube now has all these content categories for their videos that they didn't have before. And it's pretty much Twitch's only move right now because the advertisers are bailing and the streamers are starting to feel it for sure. And that's just going to drive more Twitch streamers to try kick, frankly. So they're going to try more.
Yeah.
Mary Lizzie says she made a whopping $120 on Twitch last year. Hey, that's more than I made on Twitch, Mary Lizzie. That's good.
That I was about to say the same thing. I guess there's other ways that they can get around that. Maybe start a Patreon where you can just talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about, and nobody's going to shut you down because everything comes from your patrons.
Patreon still has rules about it too. None of these platforms want people like that on their platforms because they're bad for business. It's as simple as that. It's bad for business.
On both ends.
You've got all the free speech you want, but when you're on a privately owned platform that streams to the internet, that's not the same thing. They have rules, and you agree to them when you sign up.
Yeah. And, when I watch streamers, I don't want political stuff in the background when I'm watching. Just play the video game and maybe be funny.
I mean,
That's all
Jolt's
I'm
a
looking
whole other
for.
world with that, though. There's all kinds of streams of all kinds of stuff flying
Jolt
around out there
or
these days.
Twitch.
Did I say Jolt?
You did say
Whoops,
Jolt.
I meant Twitch.
We're Jolt.
Yes, we're Jolt. That's Twitch. I was looking at, and I look at one logo, I look at another logo. It's very confusing for me, okay? Very
I get it.
confusing for me. We
I
also
get
got
it.
our friend Christy over on Instagram, our old friend Christy Matt from the college
Oh,
days. Hi, Christy.
hey, hi, Christy.
Yeah. So, Twitch, the Twitch apocalypse, the Adpocalypse, it's happening. It's happening. Yeah, here's some examples at 10,000 a day down to 2,000 a day.
Ugh, if only.
Yeah,
I would take the 2,000 a day. Honestly,
I would too. I would too. But when you've been earning 10,000 a day, it's a different story. It's 80% of this guy's revenue just gone, just like that.
Oh no, he's got to get rid of the fancy cars.
Oh, listen, how would you like 80% of your income to be cut like that?
Oh well, I would be very upset. Very upset. I get it.
Yeah. So bad news for Twitch streamers right now. The big one, the ones that are in the bracket to be making that kind of money in the first place.
Right.
Not
us. Yeah.
But there you go. There you have it. That's the Twitch Adpocalypse I wanted to talk about for our sort of general news, our content creator news.
Nice.
Oh, and speaking of content creators, just a quick shout out. Jolt is now on Spotify. If you're used to getting your podcasts on Spotify, if you prefer to watch or listen to us over there, you can find us. It's just search Jolt News on Spotify. You can find the podcast. We've got the last week's episode out now, and we'll have this episode up very soon after it airs live here today.
Yes,
Thanks for
sir.
joining us, and feel free to leave us a rating on there as well. That always helps a new podcast to get established. Those 5-star ratings go a long way. So thanks, y'all.
Yeah, get us some ad revenue.
Yeah. We're trying to make it a real thing. We're trying.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's the general news, and then where were we going to go? Video game news?
Yes, I believe that was the next spot that we were going to go. Yeah, video game news was next, yes. Video game, movies, and then TV.
Very well. Okay, so we got some news out of the Game Awards. They are going to be allowing DLCs, expansion packs, remakes, remasters. They are eligible this year for Game Awards in all categories at the Game Awards. They're aiming to recognize the best creative and technical work each year, irrespective of the format of that content's release. Expansion packs, new game seasons, DLCs, remakes, and remasters, all eligible in all categories if the jury deems the new creative and technical work to be worthy of a nomination. Factors such as the newness of the content and its price and value should be taken into consideration. That's direct from the Game Awards. That's their statement on the matter. They will be counting DLCs and expansions and all that goodness in the Game Awards. And hopefully next week we'll be able to go over the nominees for the year. The Game Awards are coming up on December 12th. We should be hearing about the nominees this week sometime.
Nice.
We'll be watching for that. And we'll be sure to tell you next week.
Just to touch on that for a quick second.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it really fair that they're doing that? Because, I mean, like, Horizon Zero Dawn was Game of the year it came out. And now that it's remastered, is it going to be eligible for Game of the Year again? Because it'll probably take the Game of the Year again.
It seems that way. That way. Oh, do we have the nominees already? Oh, we do.
Oh, look at that.
Surprise.
Wow, we can talk about it now.
Well, let's talk about it now. So we got for Game of the Year, Astrobot Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. There's a DLC for you.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is a remake.
Yep.
And Metaphor Refantasio, which I have not heard of. Interesting.
Did you play Final Fantasy at all?
I've not played I have not played Rebirth. No, I played the first installment of this remake, but I've not played this latest installment. No, I have not.
It's pretty beautiful. I'm going to start streaming again, and that's one in my list. I'm going to go through the Final Fantasy remakes.
Excellent.
Both of them.
Yeah, that should be fun. That should be fun.
Next category. What are we looking at next?
Let's see. Best Game Direction with the exact same lineup. Game of the Year, Best Game Direction.
Yeah.
Same
exact
lineup.
Same lineup.
Same lineup. Best Narrative, Final Fantasy, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Metaphor Again, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2 for Best Narrative. Here,
Oh,
all
and
nominees.
that's a remake or yeah, it's a remake, isn't it? Or a remaster? One of the two?
Silent Hill 2, yes.
Yeah.
Another remaster remake. See, so it's given them some nominations. I wonder if they did it just to have more nominees overall.
Right, it does seem like they're a little short because Astrobot's in every single category so far.
Yeah.
Not
Best
that
Art Direction, Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Metaphor, and Neva. We haven't seen yet.
Not that I'm not a fan of Astrobot. I haven't played the newest one, but here we go, Astrobot
Best
again.
Score in Music, again Astrobot, again Final Fantasy, again Metaphor, again Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade, which had a lot of buzz this year. Stellar Blade did.
That was not one that I played. That seems like an AC game.
Yeah.
Maybe next week we can ask him if he played it, if we want to touch up on these again.
Best Audio Design looking similar. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 in there, though. Right?
Oh, wow. Call of Duty isn't usually nominated for... Or, well, maybe they are for, like, best FPS.
Because you can hear the enemy's footsteps when they're coming up on you. Audio Design.
Footsteps.
Oh, here we go. Best Performances. Brianna White. Wait a second. Individual for voiceover acting, motion, and or performance capture. Okay, so Best Performance nominees. Brianna White from Final Fantasy VII. Hannah Tell from Life is Strange Double Exposure. Humberly Gonzalez from Star Wars Outlaws. Luke Roberts from Silent Hill 2. And Melina Jurgens from Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
Nice.
Wow. Only one male Best Performer up for nomination.
Hannah Tell?
Hannah Tell?
Hannah Tell? She looks familiar.
She was in Life is Strange Double Exposure. Oh, we got to sign in to look at stuff. Get out of here. I don't want to sign in to look at stuff. Let's see. You want to find out more about Hannah Tell?
Oh, I love looking at voice actors and stuff like that, and like picking their voices out when I play a video game. I love doing that. It's actually something I planned on doing when I stream Mass Effect. See if people get who the different actors are in Mass Effect. Yeah. Oh, I don't think I recognize any of that, but that's okay. She's probably just a voice actress. She looked like I've seen her in movies.
Life is Strange is like the most recognizable for me.
Yeah.
It's from those top results for Hannah Tell.
Yeah.
What happened here? Get out of there. Okay, what else do we have? Innovation in accessibility. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. So for that, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Diablo 4, Dragon Age The Veilguard, Prince of Persia The Lost Crown, and Star Wars Outlaws. Nice. Not bad, not bad.
My vote will be for Star Wars always.
Naturally. Games for impact for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or a message. We got Closer the Distance. We have Indica, Neva, Life is Strange, Senua's Saga, and Tales of Kanzera.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but okay.
These games have a social impact. A pro-social meaning or message.
Okay.
Best ongoing, we've got Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Helldivers 2. No Man's Sky for best ongoing this year. What a rip. They're still cranking out the free DLCs. Oh, boo.
Yeah.
Boo. At least nominate them for crying out loud.
All right, you know what we should do?
Huh.
We should do the Jolt Game Awards.
Yeah?
Where we go and we nominate and then we post a poll.
We get to 50,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
we'll start doing our own award show. How about that?
Yeah, and they'll just get a tip of the hat from us.
Yeah.
Well done. We enjoyed your game.
How are they going to not do No Man's Sky for best ongoing? That's messed up.
I don't know.
Messed up. Okay, best community support. Oh, here it is. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches. Oh, so is this where because they're doing updates and patches, they get put in the community support
I,
instead of ongoing.
yeah,
Development of ongoing
well,
content that evolves the player experience over time totally qualifies. Get out of
yeah.
here. The updates they put out for No Man's Sky absolutely qualifies for best ongoing based on that description.
You're upset about this.
I am.
I can tell. I'm sorry.
It's been going strong with free updates all this time. At least it's in the community support category, but come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
and I like that Baldur's Gate was in there as well.
Yeah.
Because Baldur's Gate is one of my favorite games. It's
D&D. That was a big one
D&D.
this year. I'm surprised that wasn't Game of the Year contender, was it? Was it in
Last
there?
year. Last year.
Oh, right.
It's been out for a year already.
That's right. We did, because, yeah, we talked about it last year.
Yep.
Okay. Best independent game. Animal Well is up for a vote. Balatro, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Neva, and UFO 50. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Sounds
Yeah,
great.
that is it. Yeah.
This is for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Great.
Hey, do you think that that's like fan fiction for Gilmore Girls? And Lorelei gets laser eyes, and you play as Lorelei in the Gilmore Girls universe.
It is definitely that now in my mind.
Okay.
Now that you mention it, that's definitely what that game is. Best debut indie game. Okay, best debut game created by a new independent studio. We've got Animal Well again, Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, and The Plucky Squire. Cute.
A Plucky Squire. That does sound cute.
Very cute. And best mobile game. Here we go. AFK Journey up for vote. Balatro again. Pokemon trading card game Pocket, which we talked about a couple weeks ago. Wuthering Waves. And Zenless Zone Zero. Good job on alliterating the Z's there.
Oh, yeah.
Zenless Zone Zero. That's best mobile game. What?
My Pog game isn't in there. I'm upset.
No Slammer King, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Gonna need to get on Android probably to get really those nominations coming in.
Oh,
get
yeah.
that Android support.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, best VR AR for the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform. We've got Arizona Sunshine Remake. We've got Asgard's Wrath 2. We have Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hellsinger VR, and Metro Awakening. All up for nomination this year for best VR AR game.
I hope Batman wins.
Yeah, that Batman looks pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Some good entries, though. VR is making some strides.
Yeah, and one of the things I hated about VR, and we'll talk about this again when we get to the game trailers, but one of the things that I hated early on with the PlayStation VR 1 and some of the early Meta, whatever the VR is for Meta, the games weren't just very long. They weren't long at all. They were like an hour long, 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Then it was over and done with. The stories at Galaxy's Edge, that is a Star Wars VR, is just meaty, and I still haven't beaten it yet. It's I love that VR is getting bigger, and they're able to make longer, meatier games. It's always great.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sorry,
along. No, that's fine. That's fine. Rolling along. Best action game. We got Black Myth Wukong back up for grabs. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. All up for best action game this year. Very nice.
Yeah.
We got best action adventure. There's Astrobot again. There's Prince of Persia. There's Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Oh, goody. Yeah,
I think
AC was really liking that one.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the winner of that one. It's a Zelda. It's a Zelda title.
We should probably keep track of all our predictions.
Yeah, we should do that in the Discord.
Yes. Let's see. Best RPG. This year's nominees: Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor Refantasio. All up for best RPG.
Nice.
Each player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Then we got Best Fighting Game. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero's up there. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus Rising is up there. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. Multiverses and Tekken 8. All up for Best Fighting Game this year.
Did you ever play
Multiverse?
Multiverses?
A big loser of money. We talked about that last week. Lost
Yeah.
to Warner Brothers like $100 million.
Yeah,
Yikes.
and Sparking Zero's not doing very well either.
Oh, their player
it's
count's
like-
been way down.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the fighting games.
I'm going to
don't
give
look
my
like
vote
they're
to
doing
Marvel
well.
vs. Capcom on that one.
Yep, I agree
Go
with that
Marvel.
one. Yep.
Best Family Game, Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and The Plucky Squire. Very cute looking lineup for Best Family Game.
I bet you Mario Party takes that one.
Yeah,
Mario
Yeah.
Party's always a great game. Like,
either that or Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. But
yeah,
probably Mario Party for Family Game. Yeah,
yeah, because the whole family can play at once.
totally. We got Best Sim Strategy, Age of Mythology Retold, Frostpunk 2, Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, Banner Lords, and Unicorn Overlord.
What?
These are the best games focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. Excellent.
Oh man, I had no idea they redid Age of Mythology.
Well,
I need to. Yep,
behold, it is
Way to
retold.
I need to get on that.
Yeah.
I loved that game.
Yes, good one.
Big RTS guy.
Nice. Then we got Best Sports and Racing Game, F1 24, EA Sports FC 25, NBA 2K25, Top Spin 2K25, and WWE 2K24. Uh-oh. The racing game and the wrestling game are a little behind on the release calendar. So we have race cars, we have football, we have soccer, we have basketball, tennis, and wrestling. Nice.
No hockey.
No hockey. No NHL on there. And no American football.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's
You'd
kind of
think
surprising.
Madden. Yeah, you would think Madden would be in there over a
Must have been a really
WWE
good
game.
tennis game this year, huh?
Yeah, tennis, really?
Top Spin 2K25.
Okay,
Must
well,
be pretty sweet. Haven't played it.
It's- neither.
Best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design. We got Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. All up for best multiplayer. We got a fighting game that made it in there. Tekken 8. Was Tekken
Yeah.
8 in the fighting section? It was.
It was not.
It wasn't?
Was it?
Dang.
I don't-
Here,
I don't think
let
it
me
was.
look. This is multiplayer. Let's go back to fighting really quick. Da-da-da-da. Tekken. Oh, it is on. Tekken 8
Oh, it is
on
the
there.
last one. Okay.
And now back to multiplayer. That's where we were. Okay. Next
Nice.
is Best Adaptation, recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. Oh, so these are non-video games based on video games. So we have
What's the-
Arcane nominated on Netflix. AC Gamer's been watching that.
yeah.
We have Fallout from Amazon
Oh.
Prime, which was fantastic.
I hope that one wins.
Yeah,
I
that's
hope
got my
Fallout
vote.
wins. Yeah.
We got Knuckles from Paramount, which I haven't seen, but I heard is pretty good. And they've got that new Sonic movie coming out, Sonic 3 coming out soon, too.
Right. Which
But
I
it all
think
ties
Knuckles
in
is in. Yeah. Knuckles is in that. And I think this was like a prequel to.
And what is this? Like a Dragon Yakuza? Did Amazon do a Like a Dragon show? I did not catch that. That's interesting.
I didn't either.
Guess
We're
there's a
falling
Like
down
a
on the
Dragon
job.
Yakuza show. And we got Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft also in this category for best adaptation. That's a fun category to have.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. But yeah, my vote for Fallout for sure.
Yeah, Fallout for sure, 100%.
And then we've got most anticipated game. A look at what's coming up that's anticipated. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds all nominated for most anticipated this year.
Okay, which is yours?
Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah, I think me too.
I think we'll have about 20 years to enjoy Grand Theft Auto 6, so I'm in no rush.
Yeah, Ghost of Yote is the sequel to Tsushima, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
really good.
So I'm stoked for that one then. That's
And if I had a Nintendo, Metroid Prime would be on my list too.
yes, you do love your Samus.
But also, Monster Hunter Wilds looks good, and I want to play that. I think I'll probably get that game.
These are all good nominations.
Yeah.
Like all 5 of them are great nominations.
Yeah. Let's see. Content Creator of the Year. Oh, streamers. We have Casio. We have Ilowan. We have Techo Gamers. We have Typical Gamer. And Usada Pecora. Typical Gamer is the only one of these people I've ever heard of. So I'm going to vote for Typical Gamer.
Yeah, I'll go with you. Okay. I'll go with your vote because I've never heard of any of them.
There you go. Well, unfortunately, Actor Matt, Gaming Mike, and AC Gamer are not nominated this year.
Yeah, jeez.
What a ripoff.
Maybe next year, if we would start streaming more.
Maybe next year. Best esports game this year nominated Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, and Valorant. All nominated for Best Esports Game. There you go.
Yeah. What's your favorite esports game?
Boy, I don't really play that many of them. Of these, none of them that I played.
Yeah, none of them are. I played
the last
Smite.
one I really got into and enjoyed, I think, was Smite, and that was a long time ago.
It's so great now. You should try it again.
Maybe. I think I could still re-download that anytime, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is it free to play?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Right, huh. That one was pretty fun.
I need to play it more because I bought the lifetime membership. So, like, anytime a new god comes out, I get them for free. So I really should take advantage of that.
Yeah, seriously.
We should play more.
Perhaps. What else we got here? Best esports athlete this year. Nominated. We got 33. We got Alexi B. We've got Chovy. We got Faker. We have Zywoo. And we have ZMJJKK.
I know I'm going to get some hate for this.
Yeah?
But can we really call them athletes? I mean...
Esports are sports, Matt.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Esports are sports, and people who play sports are athletes. What do you want to call them?
Gamers.
Yeah, but they're competing in a structured tournament competition against other gamers who train for it, practice for it, prepare for it, have to defeat their opponents to stay in it.
Do you think any of those guys? Do you think any of those guys had a training montage with like, "I'm the best around"?
I think every single one of them did, and that's why they're nominated this year.
Like, yeah, I got it. I got it.
Are you gonna make fun of these guys for playing too many video games, or
no? Not for playing too many video games. Just, I don't think that they're athletes. Like, I just think they're gamers. Like, there's nothing wrong with playing a video game. I do that.
Yeah, exactly. Mike Young tuned in over on the Twitch channel over at youtube.com. I'm sorry, the Jolt channel, youtube.com/Jolt News. Hi, Mikey. Nice to see you there. Yes, these are the pro gamers. We're just going through the nominees for this year's Game Awards. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah. All right. I'm.
All right. Well, here's look. Entire teams of them. Best esports teams now, Matt. We have Billy Gaming. Take this seriously. Billy.
I'm trying.
We have Genji Gaming. We have Navi. We have Team One, like the calculators.
Yeah.
And we have Team Liquid. Okay. These are athletes. Hey, these guys play hard. They play hard, okay? It may not be like running on a field making you sweat athleticism, but they're still playing at the top of their games, okay? Get your ass out there.
Carpal tunnel is a real problem.
Stop it.
Sorry.
Have you seen soccer players and their injuries? Let's get out of here. I've never seen a gamer throw that much of a fit as a soccer player.
That's why I like hockey, all right?
Well, this ain't hockey. This is the 2024 Game of the Year Award nominees from the Game Awards. That's all your nominees in all the categories. We just checked them out. You can go out and get your votes in super soon. Let me actually grab this vote link. I don't want a whole card though. Just give me a link. Oh well. Here.
Do we have the
We'll
link
put this
to
in
that?
the Discord.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we have a link to that in the Discord?
I got it. I just
that.
posted it. You can join us in the Discord. Link in the description for the Discord server that we're in. You can find the links in there. You can go get your votes in for the Game of the Year Awards 2024, and those will be announced on the 12th. We'll be bringing you the updates on who wins once we find out. For sure.
Nice. What day is the 12th? We should know by.
What am I, a calendar?
Hang on, I'm looking at it.
It is a Thursday. Thursday, I beat you.
It's a Thursday, okay.
Beat you. You're Sal Moroni, and I'm the Penguin.
Well,
I accidentally
Sal
said
Moroni?
Moroni instead of Moroni.
You did.
Whoops.
What state do we live in?
So that's the Game Awards news for video game news. Shall we roll along, Matt?
Yeah.
Another article here about, oh no, Bloomberg free trial. It didn't ask me this before. Start a free trial? Do I have to sign up? I do. Oh, crap. Anyway, Microsoft gaming chief is still open to acquisitions after their Activision deal. Phil Spencer was talking about how they're planning to enter and partner into the handheld device and mobile store markets. Microsoft wants to get mobile. They want to go mobile with a handheld. Phil Spencer planning to how to enter and partner in the handheld device and mobile store market after a tough year. Microsoft's video gaming chief is still looking at acquisitions and charting how to compete and partner in the markets for handheld game devices and mobile stores. So there you go. Just a little tidbit. Microsoft is interested in the mobile market. They're going to be making moves.
That's like, it's super cool. Some of the mobile things that they've got now. Like, have you seen the PlayStation's mobile? I forget what it's called. Their little handheld device that connects to your PS5. So you can play whatever games on your PS5.
Yes. Yeah, I forgot what they called them too. Yes. PlayStation's got its own mobile handheld.
My little brother's got one, and it's just incredible.
Nice.
I do like it.
PlayStation mobile device. What's it called?
Oh, there you go.
The Portal.
Portal. Yeah, the PlayStation Portal. Yeah. Those are sweet.
Excellent.
That's going to be on my Christmas list.
Yeah, nice. Okay, and then we can take a look at some of these trailers. You think? There was a bunch of VR trailers from PSVR 2. Which would you like to talk about the most? Or should we just peek at all of them?
I mean, we could take a quick peek at all of them. But the two that I'd really like to talk about are actually in our thread of the video game. Kind of a slow week for video game trailers, but I'm glad that they did a bunch for VR.
Let's take a look at this one, Mare, that they've got. Looks like you're a lost little girl in some city.
Yeah, it looked weird. When I watched the trailer for it, it looked weird. It reminds me a little bit of Moss or Astrobot when Astrobot was a VR game. Just kind of taking the character around and doing a top-down look at him, which I don't know if I'm a big fan of those, but some of them are good.
Yeah, I feel you. This one looks like it's available now. This VR 2.
Yep.
Excellent. And then we have, check it out, Trombone Champ. If you ever wanted to be the champion of the trombone, if you ever wanted to be the king of the bone master, the bone maestro, if you ever wanted to do some VR boning, here it is, Trombone Champion. It's here. Toot your way to triumph. Become the champ. That's right. Toot your way to triumph. Now is your time. You could be the slide into style. Nothing suggestive here. You can bring your trombone up. You can get that bone looking as nice as you please. Looks like customize it and press all this crowd with your impressive trombone
your bone skills. Yep.
Look at tears in their eyes. You're so good at the bone.
It just looks like Rock Band or Guitar Hero for the trombone,
Yeah.
which is it's weird.
Rock band for even nerdier band nerds.
Yeah, there you
Uh-huh.
go.
Trombone champ unflattened. Don't get flattened. Get
There,
boned.
somebody's super stoked for that game.
Mike Young's good at tooting.
Me too, after some chili.
Oh boy. Then we got Masters of Light here, which is looking tripodelic. Oh boy.
Yeah, it looked pretty weird.
Yeah.
But cool at the same time. Like it's just one of those like surreal looking games.
Yeah. Out there in the cosmos, just punching, constellations and stuff.
Yeah, right?
Feeling the power. It looks like a good puncher game though for VR.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
a good workout usually.
Oh yeah.
Oh, block the stars. Oh, cool. The
The
power.
power.
What's it called? Masters of Light. That
Yeah.
looks like it would be. This looks like it would be like a fun time.
Yeah.
For VR, for the VR experience.
Nice little workout, like you said.
Yeah. Masters of Light, and then here we go.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that I wanted to talk about in the trailers. That one's looking real sweet.
Got Alien Rogue Incursion. This will lead us nicely into trailers anyway. We got the DeLorean flying in over cloudy skies. Where they're going, they don't need roads. Marty McFly and Doc Brown have found an alien planet in the DeLorean. And what do you know? It's a crossover between Back to the Future and Alien.
I would play the hell out of that.
I'm just kidding about all that. But does that not look like the DeLorean?
It does.
Give me a break.
It does.
That's the DeLorean, bro. Okay, I'm sorry. What do you know about this one for real? It's not a Back to the Future crossover.
Yeah, I know that for sure.
Sadly,
yeah.
It's not.
I didn't look too much into it. From the trailer, it looks like it's just you and some other dude that's landed on a planet that has obviously been xenomorphed.
Yeah.
And
Orphan Time.
Yeah. And
Power Rangers crossover.
We're just bouncing all over the place with these crossovers. Alien. They started with Alien and Predator, and now they're doing everything else.
Yeah.
But it does look. I mean, it looks like one of those games that's just going to creep the hell out of me.
Oh yeah.
But I'm still going to play it. Like, it looks super sweet, and in VR too. Like having a xenomorph charge you in VR. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can't get the wife to play it.
So you can see her scared?
Yeah, she's adorable when she plays VR games.
I think it's got some good leaping and grabbing though.
Yeah.
Along with the gunfighting.
Yeah,
gunfights.
I get motion sick really easy in VR. Like, I don't normally get motion sick, but VR does it to me. So I have a feeling that this is going to be one of those games that I can only play for like an hour at a time.
Yeah, I wondered. This looks like it might be kind of bad for the motion sickness thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alien Rogue Incursion coming to PSVR. Do we have a release date on this trailer? December 19th, 2024. Yep. Coming December 19th. So we got about a month away. About a month away from Alien in VR.
That is going to be one that I will be streaming for, Mike Young. I know you're one that likes to pop in on my streams. This is going to be one I stream, I think.
Excellent.
If I can get my hands on it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do it. Great. Okay, and then we had Hitman.
Yeah.
No trailer on
no
this.
Trailer.
Hitman World of Assassination. Agent 47 has decided to do more reconnaissance before heading to PSVR 2 next year. Team at IO Interactive is taking extra time to deliver, so it's been delayed, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been delayed a bit. But they will
Which is probably why we don't have a trailer for it.
Yeah.
And
we should be seeing that next year. With
VR, it's better that you make it perfect than, take your time.
Yeah.
As long as it's good, fans will let you take your time. Just make it good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Great. So that is the PSVR trailers from the PS blog.
There's one more. There's one more in the trailers.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about the Dynasty Warriors demo?
No. The we can talk about that before.
Yeah. The Starship Troopers. Oh, yeah. That wasn't in the article, right? Yeah, this one looks pretty sweet. Got Casper Van Dien coming
Yeah.
back to reprise his role, which is always fun. It's
Yeah.
always enjoyable.
That's yeah. And I mean, it obviously it doesn't have like the graphics quality as we saw from Alien,
Yeah.
but it still looks, I mean, I think it's going to be one of those ones from what I saw in the trailer. It looks like it's going to be like Ghostbusters, where it's
Oh,
online and you play with some friends.
yeah.
That's the way the Ghostbusters VR was, and this kind of looks similar. As it's yeah, see you and your buddies
Yeah.
are a fire team going up against the bugs. Which I mean, I would love to give it a shot. I just need to find buddies that have the PSVR too.
Yeah, it's a great property for that kind of game. Lots of
Yeah,
running and gunning.
yeah, and yeah, it's cool to see. I mean, I know I'm one of a few. I loved Starship Troopers. I know it's become a cult classic, but I loved it when it came out. I thought it was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I remember going to see it in theaters, and
And me too. And
it's
my
like
dad,
a bit much for me at the time, but some sweet action, some sweet sci-fi action.
my dad had to cover my eyes at a few points of the movie
Yeah.
because
I
we
do
were
love though that they got Casper Van Dien back.
yeah.
It's
That's
great.
that's coming out within the next week.
November
It'll be out
25th,
next
yeah.
week.
It's next week, a week from today. No?
Nice.
Yes? My math
Maybe.
right there? I don't know. Oh, but there's
Yeah.
a great little shot here at the end of Casper Van Dien doing his voice work too, which is just it's just fun to watch. So he's in the game, so that's fun. And that's yeah, that should be a rollicking good VR time. It looks like a good one.
Yeah. That might be one that I get my hands on and stream as well.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah,
Casper
I
Van
want
Dien wants you to.
to.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't follow the book, Mike. Yeah, it's
Oh, I've heard it varied a lot from the book. I've never read the book, but I heard that it was quite a departure from the written
yeah,
version.
it was. As soon as I went and saw the movie, I went and got the book,
Yeah.
and it was just completely different. And then I got the book based on the movie, so
Hmm.
that was like the movie.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, Dynasty Warriors. We got a game demo. We could do this and then transfer into what's coming out for games too.
Okay.
Because this sweet demo's coming out. Did you play Dynasty Warriors much? The previous games, Matt? I've not played them a whole lot.
I Dynasty Warriors is one of those, I don't want to say guilty pleasures because they are great games. Um, but they're just like it seems like every new Dynasty Warriors is just um the same game with better graphics. I do know that there are like storylines that split off and they do a whole bunch of other cool stuff. Um, but yeah, I liked Dynasty Warriors. I've played quite a few of them.
Yeah.
I believe that they follow Chinese mythology and Chinese generals and stuff like that. But they're great. I have a good time with them. I
Good.
might give that one a shot. There's
Yeah,
just so many games I
I
need to
can
play.
really get down with this style of game once in a while. I've only played, I think I played Dynasty Warriors. There was another one similar to it, but I don't think it was a Dynasty Warriors, and I can't remember the title. But I
They
can
did
really get into this style.
they did one for it was called Hyrule Warriors, where it was
Yeah,
in Hyrule and it
I
was the
never did
same
play
hack
that
and
one, but it looked
slash.
fun. Yep.
Yeah, just anytime you've got a little bit of pent up aggression, just drop you into the middle of an army and just go swinging your sword.
Yeah,
So much fun. Yeah,
yeah.
but
What's to complain about? Because yeah, taking out these giant waves of enemies,
yeah,
it's great
and just
stuff.
watching you. I know it doesn't say kill count; it's KO count because they don't want to think
You're
that
just
you're just
knocking people out.
slaughtering.
It's really
Yeah,
peaceful.
yeah,
They're Nerf swords.
yeah.
Just gotta bonk them on the head.
And then once you destroy their entire army, everybody goes home.
Yeah.
We'll knock out their
You're bonked.
entire
I
army.
bonked you.
Oh,
You're
oh
out.
man, we
Sit out.
lost.
You're KO'd. Yeah.
I'm the emperor now. I knocked you out.
No, but
But
it
yeah,
looks like yeah, it could be a pretty good one.
yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing what the updates have been. I haven't played a Dynasty Warriors in years.
Yeah. So this demo launching November 22nd. Let's see. Oh, celebrating the 27-year anniversary of Dynasty Warriors franchise.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time to put my words to test. Announced that Dynasty Warriors Origins demo will be released on November 22nd. We'll be able to play the Battle of Shishui Gate, the game, the same battle as the Tokyo Game Show demo, but they've enhanced the experience with additional elements that were not included in the Game Show demo, providing a more substantial challenge in battle and no time limit this time. Oh, good.
Oh.
So just one battle for the demo, but it sounds like you're free to play it as much as you want. That's nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That might be one I'll have to play next week, and then when we do our Jolt next week, talk about it.
Yeah, there you go. Because that's only 4 days away.
Yep.
Wait. Go, Dynasty Warriors demo. That leads us well into what else is coming out. Now, where did I put them? In the pinned messages right here. New and noteworthy game releases. This week we've talked about it in previous weeks, but we had Locomotive, we had On Your Tail, we had Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl, Two Who Spell Carnival, and Microsoft Flight Simulator. I know Mike Young was excited about this, and lots of other people. But Flight Simulator 2024 is out now. If anybody's out there playing it, let us know what you think, of course. It's a Microsoft game, so it's on the Xbox and the PC.
I need a PC that'll handle that because I love flight simulators.
That's some real Zen gaming right there, is the flight simulators.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember as a kid, I had, we had a few flight simulators, and then we had like the F-16 flight simulator and the Apache flight simulator. But
nice. Just
flying around, and I think the earlier flight simulator that they did, it's actual, the GPS and stuff is real. Like you could actually fly over real places. It's on Game Pass.
Oh yeah, Mikey says
nice.
It's on Game Pass. You don't even have to buy it.
Mikey.
That's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, so you could fly over actual, they're not making stuff up. It's real. They use Google Earth or something.
Yeah, and I've seen where people do that too. I've seen like video clips where that's going on. That's pretty awesome.
I'd love to give that one a shot, but I'd want the whole rig. I'd want the stick and the whole rig.
Having the whole that would be amazing to get the whole setup and have the whole thing going. That'd be so fun. Sorry, one sec.
Oh, it would be great in VR, Mikey. Yeah, that would be so great in VR. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Oh, so that's what's out this week already, but then we also had coming up soon, releasing soon. Shoot. Recent releases. This is November 14th, which was the most recent. That was our last show. I think we talked about those. But we got Lego Horizon Adventures is out, Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake, Great God Grove, Sorry We're Closed. Those are all out this week. And then, where is it on this article? Here we go. For November 25th through December 1st, we got Void Crew coming out on PC and Nine Souls coming out on all platforms, which looks pretty interesting, this one. Nice little platformer type of game.
Yeah, nice.
Kind of some cutie little graphics and things, but it looks like fast-paced jumping and platforming action on this 2D side-scroller style.
Kind of like Cuphead.
Yeah, a little bit. That type of thing.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's Nine Souls.
That's adorable.
SOLS. What?
Oh, look at those guys. They're adorable.
Yeah. Real cute. That's going to be available. This says May 28th. It's coming to consoles, though. That's what it was. It's coming to consoles. Yeah, PS5, PS4, Xbox. It's coming to consoles November 26th. Already out on PC. There you go.
Nice.
And that is your video game news for the week. I think that does it.
Hooray!
Yes. We're going to save TV stuff for the end because Dune Prophecy spoilers.
Right?
So let's see. What do we got in the movie news? What do we got in the movie news? Oh,
Got,
quick update
got
here
quite a bit.
about Blade. Blade's not dead yet. Don't count him out. Kevin Feige has given an update with a little bit of hope. After more than 5 years of development and recently being removed from the Marvel schedule, we got an update on the Blade movie right from Kevin Feige. Let me find the quote. In an interview with Omelette, he reaffirmed that Marvel is committed to Blade. Feige elaborated that not only they love the character, but they also love Mahershala's version of him. Says, rest assured, whenever we change direction with a project or are still trying to understand how it fits into our agenda, we inform the public. You guys are up to date with what's going on, but I can say that the character will indeed arrive in the MCU, says Kevin Feige. So Blade is not done yet for the MCU. We still probably will see Mahershala Ali as Blade at some point. So that's good news.
Yeah.
Because I want to see him. I mean, get Wesley Snipes in there too. I don't care. I don't care.
Well,
it doesn't matter.
You know, he did say in Deadpool and Wolverine, he's like, I'm the only Blade there's ever going to be. But, you know.
Doesn't that just read more and more as a challenge the longer they put off this new one? Doesn't
yeah,
it just
right?
seem more and more like the gauntlet's been thrown down and Marvel needs to do something now?
Yeah.
So hopefully they will. That was just a quick blurb from an interview that Feige was doing. But good news for Blade fans and those who are wondering what's going to happen with this movie. At least it's not completely dead yet. Yes. And then we had talk of this news about Star Wars. And we talked about the Simon Kinberg trilogy last week. They've announced that he's going to be headlining a new trilogy of Star Wars movies. Still not known if it's going to deal with Rey or not. Matt, were you able to find anything new on this? Is the new trilogy confirmed to be Skywalker stuff or not yet? And have we heard anything about the Rey movie? What do we got?
So, it's still so many rumors abound. The article that I was reading was just talking about rumors and hearsay and stuff like that, which, I mean, rightfully so. Disney and Lucasfilm are really great at keeping stuff under their hat. But it does seem like they're still shopping around for a writer, director, producer for the Rey movie. I think it would be a bad move for them to do a trilogy with Rey. It's not that I don't love Rey. I just think that fans want something away from the Skywalkers. We've got 9 Skywalker movies. Why make it 12? You know? And, you know, I know that she's not a Skywalker, but she did call herself one at the end of Rise of Skywalker. Right now...
Well, and she's the last of that line of teaching right now, isn't she? Like, she learned from Luke.
Right.
So she's the closest thing to Jedi that's left.
Right.
And Leia. Yeah.
But as we've seen in Ahsoka, there are other Jedi out there that are still alive.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I think it would be a great idea if the trilogy was about something else. And I know I've talked about the Darth Bane trilogy. It's probably not going to happen, but it would be great. And it seems like from the article I read that Lucasfilm's really having a rough time right now under Kathleen Kennedy's leadership. It seems like one hand doesn't know what the other one's doing. Because there's like a Taika Waititi Star Wars movie that's coming out.
Yeah, they have a lot of like pots boiling.
Yeah, Taika Waititi's got something. There's the Grogu and the Mandalorian that's coming out in 2026. There's Donald Glover. Yeah,
sorry.
No. Filoni, he wanted to do the Mandalorian, the Grogu.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Donald Glover's wanting to do he was going to do a Lando TV series for Disney Plus.
Oh.
But it seems like they now want to push that into a movie. So,
interesting.
Yeah, it just seems like Disney and Lucasfilm are having a hard time getting some solid ground to move forward after
Yeah.
the sequel trilogy. So it'll be interesting to watch. I really hope that, like AC said, that maybe we get an Heir to the Empire trilogy out of this, which would be great. Um, I mean, we've met Thrawn, and so he's canon. So an Heir to the Empire trilogy would be awesome. But who knows?
Thrawn's in big time play out there too.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people would love a trilogy of him.
yeah.
Oh, and Mike Young reminds us Ahsoka used Jedi powers, but she is not a Jedi.
She's
Okay?
not a Jedi.
So
No,
probably
she
better
left
stop
the
calling her
Jedi
that.
Order. I didn't say she was a Jedi.
I think you did say Jedi just a minute ago.
I said there were so we know that there are Jedi, even if they're dark Jedi, because there was the two dark Jedi. They weren't actually calling themselves Sith, but dark Jedi during
Yeah.
Ahsoka.
Oh, Ray Stevens and the girl.
Yeah.
Not Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, not Scarlett Johansson. So we do know that there are people that are force sensitive out in the universe, as you know, all of this is going down. So she's not the end all be all, but I mean, yeah, she could start her own temple and stuff like that. But I don't think that would be a very appealing movie to watch Rey start a new Jedi Order and a new Jedi temple.
Yeah, what's she gonna do? Just like teach a bunch of kids how to do stuff and goes along and kills all the kids. That's what's gonna happen if it's Star Wars.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, that's all I could find. Hopefully, we get more news about the fate of Star Wars, where it's going.
Yeah.
What we can see. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Great. Star Wars. And then what else do we have? Oh, we just had some trailers to talk about for the week.
Yeah.
Here in Movie Land.
It's some good looking trailers too.
Yes. Let's start with this cute one with Ted Danson on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's got Ted Danson. He gets hired to infiltrate an old folks' home. It's also got the waitress from Always Sunny, Mary Elizabeth, married to Charlie Day. She's fantastic. But they stick him. He gets hired to infiltrate this old folks' home and spy on some of the old folks to find out the info. But it's Ted Danson just being his charming, aged self. He's just so great in his old age. I'm really enjoying him lately.
I was surprised that it was based on a true story.
Yeah, and I saw an interview with him talking about it. Based on a true story, this guy infiltrated this nursing home to get info for this agency that hires him, but then ends up making friends with everybody and bonding and finding a place there and finding himself a little bit of home, it seems like.
Yeah, it's absolutely adorable. It's going to be one that I watch.
Looks like,
I know we were
tender story.
My wife said the other day, she's like, "Why do we even still have a Netflix account?" But when they put movies like that, it's like, that's why we have a Netflix, babe. That's why.
Yeah, I've been without Netflix for a few months now, and it's been fine. Been fine.
Yeah.
I just figure I'll turn it back on one day and catch up on a bunch of stuff. So
yeah.
But there you go. That's A Man on the Inside, Ted Danson. That is coming on November 21st to Netflix. There you go.
In a couple of days.
Yeah, that one's coming soon. Oh, and real quick, Mikey says there's so much Force-related stories out there. They don't need to keep inventing new characters. That's true. They've got a lot to pull from.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily need to make new characters for Star Wars. Definitely.
Right.
Okay, trailers. Oh, here we go. Got Paramount
this
Plus.
One looks so good. I wish I had Paramount Plus. This one looks so good. I think it says that you can rent it or buy it somewhere else at the end of the trailer. But this one.
But this is a dyslexic kid accidentally addresses his Santa letter to Satan. Uh-oh. That's not good, right? Nobody likes a typo. So what's going to happen? Oh, let me find my cursor. Fourth Lope. And then who gets it? Oh no, Satan got the letter. And who's playing Satan? Well, it's Jack Black.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Oh, in the role he's been working towards for how long? From the minds that brought you Dumb and Dumber. Is this a Farrelly Brothers? Excuse me, did I miss that? 1 second.
It
Let me look up something really quick.
okay.
A Farrelly Brothers movie? Yes, it
I was
is. Wait.
Oh man, so it's a must watch.
Yeah, I think it is. Let me check
Yeah.
the description.
The script.
Yeah. It says the minds behind Dumb and Dumber, but it's not saying Farrelly Brothers. Am I getting those mixed up? Was that not the Farrelly Brothers? I think it
I thought
was.
it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to get bogged down by that. Jack Black's playing the devil in a Christmas movie, and I think it's gonna be it'd be worth taking my teenage kid to. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, this is I it looks so uh it just looks adorable
we
kind of
got we
cuz
got
it's
Keegan Michael Key in there too, who's always great.
yeah, and
But yeah, it looks cute. I'm sure there's going to be a nice, tender-hearted Christmas lesson in there for Satan to learn from this kid.
yeah, and
Um,
he mentions in the trailer, he's like, "This kid is uncorruptible," in
yeah,
his Jack Black voice.
yeah. So there's Dear Santa with Jack Black. That's going to be on. Oh yeah, buy it on digital November 25th. Paramount Plus. If you've got the subscription, I'm assuming you don't have to buy it, but then they're going to be selling it to you digitally as well. No theater release, just a streaming movie.
It might be one that I buy
I've
just
got
in
the
case.
Paramount Plus subscription right now for Star Trek, so I'll check this one out
Oh,
when it comes out. This is also the 25th. I can watch this for next week.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh man,
Nice.
I'm jealous you have Paramount Plus and can watch that.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Oh, theaters this Friday. We had a final trailer for Gladiator 2. It's got Denzel Washington. It's got Pedro Pascal. It's a sequel to the Russell Crowe movie from 20
I
years ago or whatever. And it's looking intense. It's what, the kid from the first one all grown up? And he becomes a slave gladiator too, I think? I think that's what I've heard
I
about it, but I'm not sure.
yeah, from the trailers I've watched, it seems that that's what happened, but I don't know.
I
I
believe.
thought for a minute that was the kid in the clip that or the spot that you just showed. The kid with his face painted all white and had the crown.
Oh,
Thought maybe that was him, but I don't know. I mean, I
huh.
loved the first Gladiator. Maybe this one will be good too.
Yeah.
I have my doubts, but you know what? I'll watch it for next
If they're
Jolt.
not trying to hang it on Russell Crowe completely in
Yeah,
the first movie, like another movie in that timeline, I'm all for it. The first one
right.
was great. So as long as it's not too much like, oh, do you guys remember Russell Crowe though? As long as they don't do too much of that, it should be fine.
Yeah. Well, I
Okay.
mean, they've got his armor in one of the trailers. They showed
Yeah, and it's
Maximus's
like
armor,
he's a
and
known hero of the gladiators, which I'm fine with. Just as long as
yeah,
it's not so much like, oh, Maximus was the best, and oh, remember Max? Oh, and Maximus, yes, Maximus.
yeah.
As long as they
I
just don't talk about him the whole time.
I love me some Pascal, Mikey. I'm definitely gonna see it just for the Pascal.
This would be a good one for IMAX. Hitting
Yeah,
theaters this Friday. This Friday. So
Friday,
it is upon us.
Friday.
Yeah, Mikey, I heard about the kissing scene getting cut out too. Denzel said there was a scene of him sharing a kiss with a man, and it was cut from the final trailer, the final release.
Oh well,
So there you go.
okay.
Those Romans were always kissing.
Yep.
Gladiator 2.
Did you ever watch the series Rome on HBO?
I didn't. I've heard it's good.
It was amazing. If you ever have, the time to binge watch an old HBO show, it is one I do recommend. It was great.
Heck yeah.
I think I've
Gladiator
mentioned it
2.
in other jolts. I think I mention it every time we talk about Gladiator. Actually,
Probably.
yeah.
We got another one, The Amateur, starring Rami Malek, who
Oh,
is
this one
always
looks
good.
great. Yeah,
Always
this one looks
good.
so great.
So he's also Rachel Brosnahan, Marvelous Miss Maisel. Looks like she's briefly in this movie because she dies.
Yeah,
Spoiler. But it shows it here in this trailer, so it's not really a spoiler. But he's a government
yeah.
agent. He's like a desk clerk, nerdy type of data analyst type of agent. But then his wife is killed by some bad actors, some bad characters, and so he
Bad
says,
actors.
he says, "Hey, hey, my boss, Lawrence Fishburne, you need to train me to be a killer so I can find these people who killed my wife and kill them first. Second. And then, which looks like the basic setup of it. It looks really intense. Lawrence Fishburne,
Yeah.
always great. Rami Malek, fantastic. Some other good-looking cast in here that John Bernthal right there.
I recommend everybody watching the full trailer to this because
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, oh, Rami Malek, okay.
Oh,
And then I
man.
watched the full trailer, and this right here in the
When
trailer,
he blows up this guy's floating pool.
yeah,
Watch out, dude! Ah!
oh, dead.
So he gets at least one of these guys that got his wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna pick this one out. It's good.
Yeah, Mikey, John Bernthal in everything these days, but he's good. I like watching him. Rami Malek, John Bernthal, Lawrence Fishburne. The movie is called The Amateur, and it's coming out. I'll tell you. April 11th. That's not till next spring.
Yeah.
The Amateur in theaters April 11th. That one looks like it's going to be good. What else? We got the Y2K. Sure. We got A24 Productions putting out whoops. Didn't mean to unmute it. It takes place on New Year's Eve 1999. It's during Y2K, except in this movie, for these teenagers, it's got a lot of these famous teenage faces from today's movies. Like, this girl was Snow White in the live-action Snow White. This other kid was in It. This kid was in Deadpool right here. So, yeah, it's got a lot of popular teen actors from today, and it looks like they're having a party on Y2K, and then all the technology goes haywire and starts hurting them and scaring them and chasing them.
I
this
really
one's
want
to
be
see. Weird and ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's why I want to watch it. Because
Yeah,
it does look weird and ridiculous.
Yeah.
I started watching a little bit of it, and I was like, this is gonna be stupid. And then as the trailer went, I was like, okay, all right, maybe I could get down with that. And that scene where they're standing out and all the houses are burning and stuff is very reminiscent of This Is the End.
That's what I was thinking of the whole time I was watching this trailer. Was This Is the End?
Yeah,
this looks like This Is the End set in Y2K.
Yeah, and I loved that movie, so I'll watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be
good.
Plus,
it's from A24, and they make things very well. They make things very well.
It would be fun to be all nostalgic about when we were in our teens, and so afraid of Y2K.
I remember. It was a whole thing, a whole big stupid nothing.
My dad was so panicked about it. Of course he was. You know my dad.
Yeah, just picturing him during Y2K. It's pretty great.
Damn it, we have to prepare!
Okay. What did I say it already? Theaters. That's in theaters. December 6th.
Y2K. December 6th. Yeah.
And then here's one: Lisa Kudrow, Ray Romano in a little neighborhood murder mystery, or not? I don't know if it's a murder mystery, but a sort of intense, like caper type mystery. Right. It looks like they're this couple selling a highly desirable house, and then all these other people, great looking cast. Linda Cardellini, we got Lisa Kudrow, Ray Romano that I just mentioned. We got Luke Wilson. Such a great looking cast, but it looks like they're all after this house, and they start to get real boundary breaking with this couple that's trying to sell the house and trying to find the info on him and get the dirt on him and blackmail him, and Dennis Leary. And Dennis Leary's in this. So how great is that?
As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, Mike's gonna love this. It's got some Dennis Leary. I don't think I've ever seen you hate a film that Dennis Leary was in.
And I always love to watch him in something. I even watched that Fireman show he was in just because he was in it, even though it wasn't really my cup of tea. But yeah, this one's looking like a fun caper type of whodunit, sort of like who's going to get away with it type of movie, which seems fun. Seems very fun.
Yeah.
Plus, Ray Romano. I haven't seen him for a while. You know?
Right.
And Luke I love Linda Cardellini.
Yeah, she's great. Luke Wilson just is so ominous in this trailer. Like, he just...
Yeah. He can do creepy weird really well.
Yeah.
Do it really, really well. So there's that one. That one's coming to Netflix. That's on December 12th, coming up next month to Netflix. There you go. No Good Deed.
That is one that I will be watching.
And boom, also next month coming to theaters from Peter Jackson and Friends. It's not a live action one. This clip is a little bit deceptive actually at the beginning, but it's the War of the Rohirrim animated Lord of the Rings movie, but it is coming to theaters first and foremost. This is going to be a story a couple hundred years, I believe, before Lord of the Rings takes place, about the men of Gondor and the riders of the Rohirrim and their war, which should be pretty great. It's looking really good. It's got a good cast. Brian Cox in there playing, I think, the leader of Rohan, King of Rohan. And it is coming to theaters on December 13th, also in IMAX. Probably worth checking out in IMAX if you're a big Lord of the Rings fan, like so many of us are.
Yeah, it does harken back to, you remember the 1970s animated Lord of the Rings?
Bilbo Baggins. Yeah, Leonard Nimoy singing that Bilbo Baggins song. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, it does. The animation style does look a little bit like it's a bit of an homage to that, right? Something.
Yeah.
But it's looking really good.
Yeah,
really
it looks great. Yeah.
Should be pretty dope.
Oh, well, yeah. Some of it looks like the modern, as you put it, the Western anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it does look a lot like Castlevania and shows of that nature. But I mean, the fact that it's animated is what, harkens me back to the old animated one.
Yeah.
I hope they have some singing in it.
I'm really loving modern Tolkien lyrics in music these days.
With the guy who sings like this.
Yes, I hope so. Bing, bang, boom. And there's your movie trailers that we've seen. Of course, if you've got any movie trailers to share at any time, if we missed one, you want to see us cover one, you can share it in the Discord. There's a link in the description. Any place you're watching this stream right now to join the Discord channel where the Jolt category is and just talk all the video game and entertain news with us there. Entertainment news with us there. Say all the syllables of all the words. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips.
Mike and I always check out our Discord. Like, we're on there every day. Like, that's the main way that me and Mike communicate. So if you post stuff in Discord, we will see it. We will interact with you. Might just take a little bit for us to notice that you put something in a thread.
Yes, exactly. And that brings us to TV stuff.
Yeah.
TV stuff. What do we got this week? Well, we watched Dune. We'll save that for the end. Right. Not a whole lot of TV news otherwise. That's been the big show for us.
Yeah.
Have you watched anything else, Matt, worth mentioning?
Not really. I mean, my wife and I got into a new show called See No Evil on Amazon Prime. That's, true crime documentary. But
oh yeah,
no, yeah.
No Evil Prime.
It's been out for a while.
The See No Evil. Up real quick to have a look. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, surveillance cameras solve murders. Oh, it's all surveillance cam stuff.
Yeah.
Boy.
And dramatic reenactments with great acting.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool. And then, well, did we have any? Oh, we did have some trailers we can pick.
Yes, I did.
That's right. There's a few things we really need to talk about.
Right. So we missed on some of the coming soon. We talked a bit about that. We got the coming soon.
We did coming soon for the video games.
And
movies?
Yeah, this private the coming soon to Prime looks absolutely amazing.
Are you talking about Secret Level?
Yeah.
Calling it coming soon.
Yeah, well, I thought it was more than just Secret Level.
Yes, this Secret Level trailer was released just what day? 5 days ago. 5 days ago. Nice. There's a new trailer for Secret Levels. This is an anthology series, animated, but CG, a lot of CG animation. And it's different episodes. Each episode takes place in a different video game franchise. So these are like
Yeah.
backstories and side stories from games that we're all loving. And it's looking really insanely high quality as far as the animation
Right.
goes so far. Very realistic looking CG. And so many
Yeah.
games. Oh my
Right.
goodness.
There's
There's, in fact, let me go to the end here where it lists out all the games so I can make sure I don't miss any.
I don't
Shoot.
miss it. Were you thinking about the actors where it lists all the actors that
It
are in this?
it flashes like all the games in it. I thought. Could have
Well,
sworn.
there's a quick flash of all of the actors that are in it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, right
no, and
there.
then oh, okay,
Oh,
I remember now. It was before that. Here it is.
yeah.
Okay, so we got games Warhammer,
Yeah.
Unreal Tournament, New World, Ethereum, PlayStation, Dungeons and Dragons, Outer Worlds 2, Pac-Man, Honor of Kings, Armored Core, Mega Man, Exodus, Spelunky, Crossfire, Concord, and Sifu. There we go. It's a big old list of games that they're going to have
Yeah.
episodes from each. There's clips in this trailer from all the episodes looking real cool. That's a crazy number of games to be making episodes for, I felt like.
Right.
And some really interesting ones.
Like
This, go ahead.
the D&D, like I love that it's got D&D in there, and it just all of this looks beautiful.
It's looking so good.
Um and I wonder what PlayStation games they're going to include, cuz that the
Yeah.
bike almost looked like Days Gone, but
Oh.
then so it'll be cool to see the generic, like what are they talking about with just PlayStation. Um
Yeah.
and then the actors, the voice actors in this
Yeah, let's
are
take a look at that shot. Oh, wait. Here's a nice shot of Keanu's eyes. There's a crazy alien. And I think that actor's
Santa
title
Claus
card is
talking
coming
to a
up.
kid.
Was that Santa?
I don't know. It could have just been a guy with a white beard,
I haven't played Spelunky, but even that episode looks kind of intense.
right?
Clips.
There's Arnold.
That Arnold, that's the character
Yeah,
Arnold plays right there.
yeah.
And do you know what episode that is? What game that
I don't.
episode is for?
I don't. But I
Here
mean,
we
look at
go.
that.
Here's the cast
Arnold.
list. Schwarzenegger, Kevin Hart, Keanu Reeves, Kevin Hart, Tamura Morrison, Ariana Greenblatt, Emily Swallow, Gabriel Luna, Ricky Whittle, Patrick Schwarzenegger, Merle Dandridge, Claudia Dumit, Adewale Akinoi Agbaje. I'm sorry.
It's
Clive
okay.
Stand, Laura Bailey, Michael Beach. Huge cast. Huge cast.
I love Laura Bailey. She's so great. I
Oh,
can't
one
wait.
of the PlayStation ones looks like Oddworld. It looks like Oddworld has some clips in here. If you ever played those.
Yeah, that was. I think that was the guy that was putting on the
Yeah.
hood.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
looks like Oddworld.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that Laura Bailey's probably going to be in the Dungeons and Dragons episode.
Oh, who is she?
She's done so much. She's one of the voice actresses that's in World of Warcraft.
Okay.
She's so many games, but she's also one of the members of Critical Role that is D&D.
Yeah.
They play D&D and they're all voice actors and stuff. So
Yeah. Oh, and then this shot too of Mega Man suiting up.
yeah,
There's a Mega Man episode that's gonna be so cool.
my buddy Ben is gonna love that. He loves Mega Man so much.
Yeah, let's see this again. Mega Man, Mega Man, Mega Man. Boom. And he smiles a little bit. Get out of here, Mega Man. Secret level. So that's coming to Amazon Prime on December 10th. We're going to be chewing up those episodes, I think, on the show.
I'm
I think we'll be discussing
super
those.
stoked. I am super stoked for that.
Yeah. That is
And then-
on Prime. Secret level. Very exciting. Very exciting.
And then you've got that Landman. They released a
Yes.
full episode.
Yes, Landman is out on Amazon Prime as well. This is a new one. I just heard about it when I was catching up on the Late Show interviews today. But it's got Billy Bob Thornton. It's got John Hamm in it. It's got Ali Larder in it. And it's about oilmen out in Texas. Looking pretty intense. But this is out now, out November 17th. There's a free episode available on YouTube. We've linked to that in the Discord. And then it's on Paramount Plus you've got that channel through your Prime or some other means. Paramount Plus is an add-on through a couple of the services.
Yes, indeed.
So,
I might have.
Landman looks pretty good for an oil man show. I like Billy Bob, and I like John Hamm. So, can't
Yeah,
really complain, you know? Can't really
right.
complain. And this is a full episode here on Prime. Oh, spoilers. Something
Oh, yeah.
blows up at
Oh,
the
yeah.
end. Somebody's oil's on fire at the end of the first episode. I'm guessing somebody else is going to pay for that. I'm guessing somebody else better get off somebody's land. It does look good though. It's all about these oil tycoons out in Texas dealing with each other and the politics of oiling, I suppose.
Oh,
Well, that's looking
is,
good.
were you talking about Landman, Lizzie, the book based on the trilogy of the same name?
Oh, she's talking about Mary Lizzie said that she's been watching Silo on Apple TV with her husband.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
what she's talking about. And Apple TV is one I'm going to have to get again. I've been hearing about this one and some of the other series they've got going. Plus, Severance is coming back with another season, but this is a science fiction dystopian drama television series.
Oh, nice.
Sideways. Yeah. That's on Apple TV, which I don't have, unfortunately.
Speaking of sci-fi dystopias, is that a good segue to go into Dune?
Dune? Wait, I want to talk first about what Disney's got. They did their Coming in 2025 trailer for their
Okay.
series. This is different than Marvel. This is Disney Plus, which of course
Oh,
includes
right.
Marvel. But they also showed off a few. They've got a look at Andor season 2 in here. We got
Yep.
Diego Luna back. They did have a shot of Riri Williams. Also, season 4 of The Bear coming to Hulu in 2025. That's another one that's big on there. They showed in this trailer. That show I need to catch because it's so popular. It's supposed to be so good. And is that Jamie Lee Curtis? Wow.
I think that was Jamie Lee
Jamie Lee
Curtis.
Curtis right there. Looks like
Yeah,
Jamie Lee
she's-
Curtis is joining season 4 of The Bear.
Hey.
Let's see what else was in here. Oh, Skeleton Crew, which is coming up in December on Disney Plus. That's Star Wars
Yeah.
and Jude Law, which is
You know
looking
I'm
to be-
gonna watch it.
Yep, we'll
That'll
be
be
talking
one
about
that.
those on here.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent. We got Paradise on Hulu with was that Skylar from? It was Skylar
Breaking
from
Bad?
Breaking Bad, I believe. And then we
Yeah.
got David Schwimmer in Goosebumps coming in January, which actually looks like it might be a pretty decent scary movie. Like
Right.
not adult horror, but for a Goosebumps, it looks like it actually might be pretty creepy, pretty
Well,
good and creepy.
Is that a movie or is that a series?
I believe it's a series. I believe
Okay.
it is a series. I think we had the trailer for that posted previous week. There was a
Okay.
full trailer. I don't know. You'd have to find it in the channel.
I love them trying to keep Goosebumps alive. I loved that book series when I was a kid.
Me too. Me too. We also have Alien Earth coming to Hulu. This is set in the Alien universe, but it's a series, not a movie. And it looks like what the aliens get to Earth. Is that why it's called
Yeah.
Alien Earth? I think so.
Yeah. That's
And
gonna
then
be cool.
Ironheart, which we talked about when we went over the Marvel 2025 trailer last week. If you want the in-depth on that, find last week's video. But Riri Williams is returning to the MCU in a sweet Iron Man type suit. So that's fun. And the guy from
Yeah.
Twisters is the bad guy. And
Oh.
then Daredevil Born Again we also
Oh.
talked about last week. But this, of course, is coming to Disney soon.
So
Uh,
excited.
Gonna be good.
And I just can't hide it.
Gonna be good. Daredevil's back. Kingpin is back. We'll see who else from the Defenders is back. And then we got...
And he's
Oh, go ahead.
well, he's back in the red suit, and he's not in that stupid yellow suit that he was wearing in
Yeah.
She-Hulk.
Yeah, true. Didn't he get the gold one sort of at the end of the Netflix Daredevils, though?
I don't remember if he did or not.
I think he got it towards the end of that from the suit guy, the suit maker. I don't remember very well either, though. So don't
Yeah.
quote me on it. Doink. That guy's head off the wall. Let's see.
Classic
we got-
Daredevil.
We got Glenn Powell. This guy is just not going to quit until I like him. He's not going to stop until I just like him. But it looks like he's going to be a football star on a Hulu series. He's going to be Chad Powers.
What a name.
All-American superhero. Well, not superhero, but All-American super football stud. Which looks just just where did Chad Powers go? Oh yeah, it's got Steve Zahn in it too. Steve
Oh,
Zahn
okay.
also in Chad Powers. It looks very uplifting. Like he's going to learn a lot of lessons about humility and
Yeah.
and how to be a better team player. I guess I don't know.
Was he the guy in Twisters that you were just talking about?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He was the YouTube and the
Yeah.
Tornado Chaser in Twisters.
He's all over Disney.
He's popping up all over the place these days. They're really trying to make him Hollywood's next big, like, hunky dude.
Yeah.
And it seems to be kind of working for him. Not to, I mean, to be frank. To be frank.
To be
Anyway,
fair.
yeah, Chad Powers. And then we have Good American Family, which looks like it's about raising this girl. I don't know. I didn't get much from Good American Family in this trailer.
Yeah.
Just a few quick shots.
Yeah.
So there you go. And that's the girl from Grey's Anatomy, the lady from Grey's Anatomy too, I think, right? This is the Grey's Anatomy lady.
I think so, yeah.
Can't even land on her. Oh well. And then Andor, yes, Star Wars Andor Season 2 coming in April. That's going to be wonderful.
Indeed.
Diego Luna back. That was such a good Season 1, man.
Yeah.
Got Skarsgård back. Oh, yes.
Do love me some Skarsgård.
Yes. And then, final season of Handmaid's Tale also coming to Hulu in 2025. That's a big show. I've never watched it, but it is very popular. Very well regarded. Handmaid's Tale will return. And we got Percy Jackson and the Olympians. They're doing a Percy Jackson Season 2 from the series. Also coming to Hulu 2025. So there you go. Just a quick look. Wanted to share with you. Disney released this trailer. We've got the link in the Discord, and you can see all of these clips from what they've got coming up. Get stoked for your Hulu Disney bundle if you're using it. And if you're just using one or the other, then you can see about half of these shows. So make your choice and choose wisely. Otherwise, there will be hell to pay.
If I don't choose the right one, does my skin suck in and I go, ah?
Yeah.
That was a Raiders. Yeah, that was a not Raiders. That was a Last Crusade joke.
Yeah, Last Crusade. Yeah, get it right. Mikey just rewatched Season 1 of Andor. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to before that second season drops for sure.
Right.
It's going to be so good.
So good.
Then one more real quick. We had HBO drop to 2025 look ahead. There's the Dune Prophecy series, of course, which we're about to talk about. Episode 1. That one's already started. We got Get Millie Black, new series coming. Oh, are these too fast? Hold on.
They are
It's
way
all fast in the beginning, and then it shows more. Okay, so we got White Lotus, a new season of White Lotus coming, starring, we got Walton Goggins in there. We got this lady, I forget her name now, from the first season that's returning, which should be interesting. We got Parker Posey in there. This is a show all about people going on vacation to fantastical resorts and having just the weirdest, most uncomfortable things happen to them. And I know that doesn't make it sound that interesting, but man, the way they make this show is so fascinating and weird. It's really good character stuff. It's really good people watching. This show is so good for people watching. But each season is at a different White Lotus resort. That's why it's called White Lotus.
Okay.
Because the resorts are called White Lotus, but they've changed locations each year to like a different tropical location that has one of these resorts, these fictional resorts.
Right.
And so it's a new cast each season. Except there's been some recurring characters. And in this season, we're getting somebody back from Season 1 that we met in Season 1 that we haven't seen since. So that should be fun. Plus a bunch of new characters. Walton Goggins included, who's a big favorite of mine. But that's White Lotus. Then we got Righteous Gemstones, also fantastic on HBO. New season of this coming with Danny McBride, Adam Levine. John Goodman's in this. Walton Goggins is also in this show. It's hilarious. It's about this super church, this family that runs this super church in the South, the Gemstones. They're the Gemstones. And it's just about their lives running their super church and all the crazy problems that they run into with that. It's good. This one's hilarious. I'm looking very forward to more of this.
It's got to be good. It's got McBride in it.
Yeah, Danny McBride is great. Oh, whoops, I skipped back too far. McBride is really great. And John Goodman, he's looking so hippie in this.
Wow.
This is different than he looked in previous seasons for sure, but he's so good to watch, man. Oh yeah. He's really lost a lot of weight. But he's such a joy to watch in everything. This especially, he's been really good.
Nice. Might have to check that out. That does sound like something that the wife would get into. And
I'd recommend that one to you if you haven't seen it. That'd be one to go and watch. It's hilarious.
what was that one called again? Just
Righteous
so everybody knows.
Gemstones.
Righteous Gemstones. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Write
a
that
really good
down.
one on HBO. Then we got Celtic City, a documentary coming about the basketball. Are they doing more Sex in the City?
Yeah.
And just like that, what is this, season 3 of And Just Like That? So Carrie Bradshaw's back and friends. Great. More hacks. This is another good one. Jean Smart, Hannah Einbinder is this girl's name. She's very good in
Okay.
this. Jean Smart's very, very good in this. This is about Jean Smart is the older, experienced stand-up comedian. She's been a comic all her life. And Hannah Einbinder here plays her writer that helps her write jokes now. Well, she was new to the gig in the first season, but it's been a couple seasons, so they're pretty experienced with each other at this point. And their relationship is awful and wonderful to watch. They're so horrible to each other. They're so bad for each other. But it's mostly about these two, and like the characters around them are all great too. But some really powerful character stuff in this too. Just watching these two growing over the seasons has been very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. So Hacks is a very
HBO's
good
got
show.
some good. HBO's got some good stuff. They always have.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to see this one so bad.
Yes. Pee-wee as himself, 2-part
Yeah.
documentary. Paul Rubens, who has passed, they got a documentary coming out about his life. Looks like it could be very, very interesting. Of course, a lot of us grew up with Pee-wee, so curious to see what they've got about him in there. A new series called Duster, which looks like it might be set in the 70s. Looks very funkadelic. Not a lot there about it, just a quick shot. But that's a new series coming in 2025. We also have The Rehearsal. We have 100-Foot Wave. We have The Pit, which is Noah Wiley back in the ER, it looks like. Noah Wiley, formerly of ER fame. It's like he's going to be a doctor.
All right. Well, typecast, I guess.
Yeah.
But if you're good, if you're good at that role, you're good at that role.
Yep. Another one called The Task, limited series coming to HBO with Ruffalo. And I just spaced her name. She was in the Ghoulies. Plimpton. Marla Plimpton? Yes.
Okay.
And Mark Ruffalo. He's an FBI agent. People are getting punched. They're solving crimes. There's a scary guy in a mask. Yes. And then we got period piece The Gilded Age. Also coming to HBO in 2025. This one looks fancy, highfalutin. Yeah. Like a period piece, like Downton Abbey type of thing.
Oh, boy.
Seems like. And then we have The Chair Company with this guy whose name I forget again. It's Tim. He was on Tim and Eric's something show. Oh, I forget his name. He's a comedian. And then Conan O'Brien, the Rachel something project. I missed it. This one, Conan O'Brien Must Go, is a very entertaining travel show. The first season of that is out on HBO already. Conan's hilarious. I love to watch him go places, and he does it. So that's a good one.
I love Conan. Like, I'm sure I mentioned it in a previous episode, but did you watch the Hot Ones?
Oh, yeah.
Interview with Conan.
He's so unhinged, man. He's so unhinged.
But I think that's just his character. I don't think that's him in real life. I think that's just Conan. You think that might be Conan in real life?
I think it comes from a part of him that he's made very accessible to himself. I don't think it's fake. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
No, I don't think he acts like that 100% of the time. But I don't think he's really acting either when he's acting that way. It's just, this is kind of who that guy is, I think. What else do we got? Rachel Sennott Project. We got Peacemaker, new season of Peacemaker, which is going to be part of the DCU. So it is technically, it's going to be bridging the gap a little bit into James Gunn DCU. Because he's in charge of this show, and he has been since it started before he took everything over. So more Peacemaker on the way. Of course, it's a very violent show. Oh, and it looks like Christina Applegate is joining the cast in season 2, so that's great. She's always fun. There's
I'm
Peacemaker. Oh, we got Welcome to Derry, the It series, the Stephen King series. It's based in the world of It, the scary clown movies, but this is back when the kids are all kids still. So it's like a flashback series to their childhoods, I believe.
okay.
I believe is the setup on that one. Should be pretty creepy and kooky, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, and then A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, a Game of Thrones series. We got this coming in 2025. More Game of Thrones stuff. This is not House of
HBO
the
just
Dragon. This
oh,
is going to be
HBO just can't stop doing Game of Thrones stuff. But I mean, if it makes some money, if people are
yeah,
still watching Game of Thrones stuff, why not make more?
got the rights. Why not? Yep. Boom. And then a new
Ah,
season of Last of
yes.
Us as well coming next year, of course. That's going to be a big one. Everybody's loving that series. Oh,
And
yeah, Catherine O'Hara joining the
yeah,
cast. Saw a little bit of her there. Looks like lots of zombies on the way. Oh, but they're not called zombies. I know. Um, Joel's on the porch. Uh-oh. Lost Matt. One sec. There he is. Sorry, I dropped you.
hey, it's okay. Um, I don't know if they're going to have a season 3 of The Last of Us because, from what I've heard, this takes place in The Last of Us Part 2,
Yeah.
and there is no Last of Us Part 3, so this might be the final season of Last of Us.
You know what that means for Joel, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what that
And what
means for
else do we
Joel.
have coming? Now, I think that's all the series. Okay, so HBO 2025 looking pretty sweet. Max 2025 looking pretty sweet. We've got this trailer also posted in the Discord. If you want a better look at it full screen for yourself without all the pausing, feel free to go get the link out of there or just search it up. But you can join
Yeah.
us in the Discord anytime you like. Get yourself some HBO Max. And speaking of Max, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Dune.
All right.
Let's talk about
Yes.
Dune Prophecy. This is the Dune prequel series. It takes place 10,000 years before before Dune that we have come to know and love from the recent movies, also available on HBO, and from the Frank Herbert books, of course, and from the David Lynch movie back in the 80s, 90s,
70s, I thought.
could be 70s. I can't even remember. Matt, what did you think about this first episode? Let's
Oh
just.
man,
What are your thoughts and reactions?
I was so lost. I was so completely lost.
Okay, and you're not
Um,
that familiar with Dune to begin with, right? Correct?
no, I'm not. I did watch the David Lynch movies with my dad. Probably last time I watched those, probably in the early '90s.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched a Dune in almost 30 years. So I was completely lost. I love the faces in it, right? Like, and that was one thing that my wife was saying was she was like, "Oh, that's that guy. Oh, that's that guy." Like,
Some
Lord,
great, some absolutely fantastic faces. Oh, I guess this doesn't show up on the stream. Oh, I see. Rights issues. Okay. I can't use the
okay,
actual episode for screenshots.
ah,
But speaking of faces, Travis Fimmel here. He was Ragnar Lothbrok in the series Vikings, and
yep.
he was so good in that show.
What else?
And what? Go ahead.
What else has he been in? I feel like was he in a Star Wars something?
Was
I,
he?
I'm
I
gonna have
don't
to.
think so.
Oh,
He's let me
how do you
look for
spell
you
his
really
name?
quick.
Okay, are you IMDbing him?
Travis Fimmel. Travis Fimmel, he's known for Vikings, he's known for Dune. He was in the Warcraft movie.
That's where I know him from. The
Yep.
Warcraft movie. Okay.
What did he play in that? Was he human or a monster?
Yeah, he was a human. He was a human.
Nice. He's
He
great.
was.
He's wonderful.
Yeah.
I like to watch him. I like his crazy eyes when he's looking right at somebody, how he's not looking right at him.
Yeah.
It makes it seem like he might attack at any time, and I don't know how much of that is just Ragnar Lothbrok that I've got in my mind. But he kind of seems like the same sort of raw, ready to get you warrior type in this, even though he was holding back and minding his manners all this episode. Well, most of this episode,
Right.
he was holding back and minding his manners. But yeah, that's a face I enjoy. in this show. And
And
then of
Lord
course there's Mark
Blackwood.
Strong,
or- Yeah.
who also very enjoyable in everything he's in. He's the leader of the he's the leader of the group, the family that controls Arrakis. Um
And
which is where all the spice is, I know. And the spice is what they all want in this universe.
and that video did help. The one that you posted that kind of gave a little bit of backstory on all the houses. Um, so he's kind of like the big one that keeps all the other houses together, right?
Yeah.
Like he's there's a whole bunch of other houses, but he's the Lannisters.
Yeah, I feel like they're kind of the most powerful. It's because they're in control of that planet that has the spice and the sandworm.
Yeah, they got all the money. They're the Lannisters.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
you're showing that clip now. Good. Okay. Uh,
So we've got the whole setup. This episode dealt with like where everybody sits. We saw the prequel of this main character lady. She's one of the, is it the Bene Gesserit, the sister cult? The sister cult?
yeah,
And by the
yeah,
way, Covens of Witches are so in this year. They're so in this
right.
year. We had Wheel of
Yeah,
Time season 2 early in the year. We had the Acolyte in the Star Wars universe. We had Agatha in the Marvel universe. And now this in the Dune universe. All centered around these groups of powerful magic women who are up to something. They're all up to something. It's
she,
interesting. It's interesting that this seems to be the year of the Coven. I don't know
yeah.
what it means, but it seems to be a thing.
I'm not complaining. A lot of it seems cool. She seems to. I, her character's a little bit bonkers. So I mean,
Yeah, she's a little murdery, but like
yeah,
acting like she's supposed to be. Played
yeah.
by Emma Watson here, who's a fantastic actress. I do enjoy her in all that I see her in.
Emma
Um,
Watson.
yeah, isn't that her name? Hold on.
No.
I'm sorry, Emily Watson.
Okay. I was gonna
Emily
say,
Watson.
isn't
Em-
Emma Watson
yes.
Hermione?
Yeah, that's Hermione. I'm sorry, Emily Watson, not Emma Watson. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
She's
okay.
playing Mother Superior Valia Harkonnen, and this showed us, I guess, in the Dune lore, the Harkonnens, who they're around in the movies, but in the old times, uh, it shows us in these flashbacks that humanity had to fight against the thinking machines because we're not calling it AI. We're not going to call it that.
Yeah,
It must be what
because
Frank Herbert called them, the thinking machines. That's what I figured. It's like it seemed like they were going out of their way not to use the term AI, though.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
So there's a whole Terminator war with the AI. Humanity destroys the AI. And it's like this Harkonnen family betrayed them by like fleeing the battlefield. And so for 10,000 years, everybody hates the Harkonnens.
yeah.
It's really holding the grudge. Really holding the grudge in this universe. The
People,
time
yeah,
scale seems a little off to me. Like 10,000 years, and they're using the same basic tech that they were using in the movies. So
right.
why has nobody made any progress in 10,000 years? Maybe
Because they
we'll
don't
find
want the
out.
machines to think.
Yeah, I guess that's what you get when you won't use the machine brains. You
Yeah,
get 10,000 years of stale technology.
yeah.
Which,
We need the thinking machines to upgrade technology.
yeah.
And her bouncing back and forth between, because it's, at least in this episode, it mainly focused on her in the past and then her in the present, right? Like
Yeah,
we didn't get very many flashbacks of anybody else. It was just her. So
yeah,
that
pretty
seems
much.
like she's going to be a major player in the show.
Yeah.
Um,
Big time main
which
character energy, for sure.
yeah, which I'm sure, that'll, I don't know.
It'll
In this
something.
Yeah, in this video, I mean it did say that the people that you like are going to be the ones that you don't like, and then the people that you don't like are going to be the ones that you do like, and so I
This
don't
is
know.
what I was wondering after this episode. Is like, are there any good guys in this story? Because everybody's
No.
kind of murdering somebody for no
Yeah.
reason.
Or like I'm so glad that they didn't do, some statutory in this episode, like just the
What do you
fact that
mean by
that kid
that?
Well, the princess, she marries like an 8-year-old, right?
Oh yeah, the awkward cross-age wedding with the little
Yeah.
kid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotcha.
And I was like, come on, do not do this to me, HBO. Do not do some statutory stuff right here. Like, just.
It's an
And they didn't.
arranged. It was an arranged wedding.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
And
was arranged.
did they even explain why it was an arranged wedding? Like, I didn't.
They're marrying. It's to strengthen the kingdom. Mark Strong was telling somebody else about it in this. He's like, "Oh yeah, this will strengthen the kingdom. This will make the empire stronger because their families." That guy, the kid is the son of that Weasley dude who was scumming around the whole time, trying to gain favor with anybody he could gain favor with.
Yeah.
This guy, this little.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he was
A
reminding
weasel.
me so much of a character from something else, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. But he's given such vibes of some other character I know. From something else. I can't think of it. Anyway, it was his son that he's marrying off to the king's daughter so that he can basically just have favor with them and strengthen his own family. This guy's moving on up in the world, and Mark Strong doesn't like it because he doesn't want to, because he knows this guy sucks. And his family sucks. And his kid's got a thinking machine lizard toy. And who wants that? They were really pissed off when that kid busted out that toy, man.
Didn't the princess say, like, as soon as possible, I'm going to kill you?
Yeah, the princess was like, hey, little kid, if you play with your toy out here again, I'll kill you myself.
Yeah.
After she was being pretty nice to him about the whole, like, we're in an arranged marriage ceremony right now. And then she just snaps at him like, who are the good guys here?
Right. Like,
who are the good guys in this show?
I thought it was going to be her. But,
yeah, I thought maybe usually the princess has some redeeming qualities, right? Maybe it'll be the princess. Nope. Maybe it'll be Travis Fimmel, the hardened warrior from the desert. Oh, nope. He's burning little children alive. Spoiler. He lights that kid on fire with his brain at the end of the show, of this episode. He just burns up that little kid. And why did the other girl burn up in the sister cult house where all the sisters were? But she just... Are they going to explain that? I hope they explain that.
Yeah.
Lots of questions. Lots of questions.
People are just Bernie, I guess. Spontaneous combustion.
I guess when you're a few hundred years from our future and 10,000 years from the Dune future, then sometimes people just combust.
Yeah.
Gotta just carry on with your day, I suppose.
It's an epidemic in the future, man.
It's
like that episode of South Park where everybody was holding in their farts, so they spontaneously combust.
It's just like that.
Yeah.
It's just like that.
I mean, anybody in the chat, if you could please explain to us, because Mike and I were both, we talked about this earlier today, we were both kind of lost. Hopefully, if get AC back next week, he can kind of explain to us what's going on.
Yeah, AC's our resident Dune expert. Matt and I are not as well versed in Dune.
Yeah,
but it's feeling like you kind of need some of the fandom info already to fully know what's going on in the show. At least from the first episode. Right. We'll see how much of themselves they actually explain through the course of these episodes. But it's feeling so far like this is definitely having the backstory knowledge will help you. For this
Mikey's never been big on Dune.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's one. I think it's a more for the fans type of show in that sense. In that you might do well to have the previous knowledge of the previous works.
Well, and because we do this show, we're all gonna watch it throughout the season and give you our impressions throughout the season. But I really hope it starts making sense next episode.
Yeah.
Like, I really do. I mean, Lord Blackwood seemed to be the only one that was, was making sense to me. And it was just like, well, I just want to keep being king, and I hate these people and just want to keep ruling.
Lord Blackwood wasn't his name in this, was it?
No, it wasn't.
What are you calling Lord Blackwood? Mark Strong?
Yeah.
What was he Lord Blackwood in?
Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, yeah. He's so good. He's so good. I love watching Mark Strong. He was just in Penguin, too.
He was in Penguin.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see where this show goes. We'll keep checking in with it. I'm curious to hear from some Dune fans. If you're a big Dune fan watching this, leave us a comment. Let us know how you're feeling about the Dune series, especially because we're Matt and I are not necessarily Dune fans. Like, I've got nothing against it. I've seen the recent movies.
I
They
think
were
I
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewatch them, but I think I played like, and I didn't know what was going on in that either. But I think I played a Dune RTS
Oh.
back in the early '90s,
Huh.
and or maybe I'm just having a fever dream, or Mandela effect or something. But I thought that there was a Dune RTS in the '90s that I played, and the sandworms were just rampant and took out your armies and stuff. I think that's the only interaction with Dune.
Mark Strong thinks maybe you did too, but he can't quite remember. Did this guy play Dune? That's what he was thinking.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was thinking. Mikey played it. Mikey knows what I'm talking about.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's Dune. I don't know what else to really say about it.
That's
my impressions on the first episode. It seems like it needs to explain itself a little better.
Yeah.
But I don't have
Explain
the Dune
yourself.
back knowledge. I don't have the Dune fandom knowledge that maybe is a little necessary for the first episode.
You and I might have to do some like research.
We could try to read all the Dune books before next week's episode.
Oh no, I don't want to do that.
That won't be that big of a deal. Let's just read all the
Maybe
books. Let's just read all the books before next week.
I'm not that fast of a reader.
Come on,
and
Matt.
I'm making all of my Christmas presents. I'm crocheting all my Christmas presents. That takes my time.
Yeah. Well, fine. But yeah, we'll keep you updated on the show as it goes. We'll keep watching. We'll keep checking it out. Dune Prophecy, of course. Leave us your thoughts here in the Discord as well. If you've got thoughts about the show, if you've been watching it, if you're looking at it, if you're checking it out. Let us know in the Discord what you think as well. Link in the description for that. To join us in the Discord.
Yes, please. And I don't know if you mentioned this. I popped out for a second there. I don't know what happened. You lost me for a second.
It happens sometimes.
If you can explain to us in Discord what is going on, if you know what's going on and can explain to us in Discord, please do. That way we don't sound like idiots next week.
Don't want to sound stupid. Yes. But that's Dune Prophecy. Episode 1. That's what we thought about it. Thank you. And I think that wraps us for the week. I think that takes us through all our Jolt news, our movie news, our video game news, our TV series news. And there was no real tabletop gaming news this week, so we didn't do it.
No, I tried to look for some stuff for you guys, but it's slow.
It's all good. It's all good. Bit of a slow week, but we got those game awards you can go vote on. We got lots of these trailers in the Discord that you can watch if you like. And all that good stuff.
Yeah.
We could do... Oh, what have you been playing and watching? We could just end with that, you think?
Yep.
Chatters, feel free to let us know. What have you been playing and watching in the last week or so? Feel free to share with us again if you've already shared. We have had a couple people talking about it in the chat. But Matt, what's been on the docket for you?
So while I've been playing Mass Effect 3, because I am back to Mass Effect 3, I've been watching that See No Evil, and a whole bunch of other true crime stuff with the wife.
Excellent.
But on that note, I wanted to let everybody know that has watched me stream in the past, or would like to watch me stream in the future, I'm going to start streaming regularly, playing through video games, and I will be starting that as soon as I finish Mass Effect 3. I'm going to go back and start with Mass Effect 1, and I will let you guys help me make the decisions.
Oh,
there will be, yeah. So the shepherd will not be my shepherd; it will be your shepherd. Well, if nobody watches and nobody helps me make decisions, then it'll just be my shepherd, and I'll just go through and stream again. I'm going to try to stream 2 to 3 times a week now. Going to be doing Mass Effect. Probably Mass Effect will be the major one, and then I'll do a VR stream once a week. So
Awesome.
yeah, getting that going again.
Great.
Yeah. Well, then watch Mikey. Watch me stream.
Yeah, Mikey. Join him for it. For me, I've been playing V Rising. I downloaded that one to give it a try. It's not so bad. It's not so bad.
Right. You mentioned that. I need to get it so we can play.
Yeah, it's a fun vampire-y survival game. It's got the survival game formula that you're used to if you've played any Conan Exiles, Dead by Daylight, that kind of, build your base, harvest resources. It's got all that going on, but you're a vampire, so you have to watch out for the sunshine, and you can suck people's blood and take them over to make them work for you in your castle, and you build up your base is a castle that you build over time, and my castle's getting pretty sweet.
So
I've been through Act 1 of the game. I beat the first big map boss on the first section of the map, and I moved up into the second section of the map. So that's how far I am.
Nice. Well, you were talking about when you and AC were talking about all three of us playing this on stream. You said it looked a little Diablo-esque. Is it Diablo-esque?
Not really. It's not like Diablo. It has that isometric view. It's got the isometric three-quarter view all the time. And it's got cartoonishy graphics. So in those ways, it's like Diablo. But the actual gameplay, not really. It's more like Conan Exiles than Diablo for the gameplay. As far as like in here, he's like inside of a dungeon where there's enemies. He's using a super move right now. But the combat is not as... It's not like Diablo. It's more like Conan than Diablo, yeah.
Okay.
It's where you're pushing each button. You've got your powers, which is similar to Diablo now that I describe it that way. But
it's kind of like a hybrid, a Conan Diablo hybrid.
Still more like Conan. Like this area won't respawn for a while. After you clear out this cavern, it's going to be empty of enemies for a while, but then they'll be back. As opposed to Diablo, where you're not really like trying to get across and clear the map as much as you are trying to build up your fort and fortify it and get better equipment so you can defeat the better bosses that are also out wandering this map all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, I said I'm going to try to stream 3 times a week. Maybe once a week I do Mass Effect, once a week we do V Rising, once a week I do VR.
Well, once you get that PlayStation Plus back.
Yep. I do have to get that back, and I have to buy that game, so.
Totally. The long
cool.
checklist. But that's
what have you been watching?
Playing. Oh, the Frasier Season 2 wrapped up. I finished that.
Oh, nice.
The 10th episode was out. It was a Christmas episode. It was very Frasier-y. It really hit its stride by the end of the season. I said it before. We gave a new Frasier sort of overview a couple weeks ago on the show, and there's a video clipped out of that on the Jolt channel that you can see. But it did kind of find its voice by the end of 20 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, by the end of 20 episodes, Frasier's back to the Frasier rhythm with the new cast. Like they're finally playing off each other properly, I feel like. So
and that was the same way in the original Frasier. It took him a couple seasons to really get going.
Yeah. But it's Kelsey Grammer playing Frasier, so how can you go wrong, really?
Right. I have to get Paramount Plus so that I can watch this. Maybe I get rid of one of my other streaming services so that I can get Paramount Plus.
Yeah. Just juggle them once in a while, man. Just cancel. You got to keep those streaming services on their toes anyway. They get too comfortable with your money coming in every month. You gotta cut them off once in a while.
They're getting cocky.
So I've been watching that. I watched Dune, and I watched... Oh, also, I saw the creepiest Hugh Grant movie. Hold on. Wait, let me pull it up. Hugh Grant. Heretic. I saw Heretic, and it was so creepy. It was so... Ugh. Just looking at him gives me the willies now.
You mentioned this last week, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you went and watched
a new one that's out. It's in theaters. I saw it in theaters. I haven't been in theaters in a while, but it was worth going just to see Hugh Grant in this one. He plays this creepy man who signs up to be visited by these 2 Mormon missionary girls. He signs up at the church to have visitors.
Oh, right.
Has
That's
them over
this one.
and proceeds to psychologically torture them about their beliefs and what is real and what their one true religion is, and puts them through this just horrible, suspenseful, tormentous
Tormentous. I like that.
experience that they had to go through to get out of his house. He's like, "Oh, you're free to leave anytime." It gets him into this room. You're free to leave anytime. Just pick one of these doors. And then
Oh
this
man.
kind of lets him stew in it for a minute while they try to figure out what he's all about. And they're like, "Well, can we just leave though?" He's like, "Yes, through one of the doors. You just have to pick." And then eventually they pick one of the doors and they go in there and more stuff happens and it's creepy and weird and gross. But a very suspenseful, very well made movie. And Hugh Grant's performance was off the charts, man. This guy, it gave me a new respect for him as an actor. This movie gave me a new respect for Hugh Grant as an actor. And I liked him before well enough. Yeah. I liked him before well enough, but he was... Ooh, he was a villain in this.
I think he's an underrated actor. I think Hugh Grant's pretty underrated because he was great in the D&D movie.
Yeah,
like he's a good actor. Like I don't know why people don't like him, but
he's really shedding that rom-com leading man reputation that he had all through the like 90s and 2000s.
Yeah,
he's been doing some different and interesting stuff lately, and blueberry pie. That's it's more disturbing to look at this candle if you've seen the movie. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
The candle is disturbing to look at. I can't describe to you why right now, but you should see the movie.
Okay. Is it? My wife hates horror movies. Is this like a horror movie or is it like a psychological thriller?
More suspense than horror, but it does have a couple of sort of gory, horror movie-ish, bloody, kind of gross scenes, but it's minimal. It's the horror. It's way more suspense than horror. The horror parts are minimal as far as how I would classify them, which is like, you know, suspense has you sitting there worrying, but horror has you sitting there waiting to be scared. So this one had me sitting there worrying a lot more than waiting to be scared. It's not like a jump scare movie.
Okay.
But it's a freaky movie. Yeah, definitely worth it. I really enjoyed it. Also, it's an A24, so that...
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, A24, they put that stamp on there these days, and they've got my attention, because they make such good movies. They're making such good movies for the last couple of years. It's insane.
Well, cool. That's a great recommendation, then.
Yeah, so I'd say go watch Heretic in theaters, or catch it streaming if you don't want to see it in theaters. But it was worth it for theaters for me, and I've not been to theaters in a while, so there you go. Heretic, that's what I've been watching. What have the chatters been watching? Mary Lizzie's been watching Silo, playing No Man's Sky back on the PS4. Well, I hope you get recovered soon, Mary. Sharing with us. MTG, welcome to it. Mike Young also played that No Man's Sky Redux Expedition. Yeah, a lot of people replaying that expedition.
Yeah.
Get the Normandy. Mike is a big fan of Notting Hill. I also watched... after I watched Heretic this last weekend, I also watched About a Boy, starring Hugh Grant, and a young Nicholas Hoult, which I forgot. But I also watched About a Boy this weekend, and he was pretty awful in that movie too, frankly. It's like, oh, hey, and then I realized single mothers were prime targets, so I targeted only single mothers for a while, and it was really great, because I could break up with them whenever I wanted. He's awful. He's awful in that movie. He's a horrible person. But that was a cute one too. So that's what I've been playing and watching. There we go. And I think that should wrap us. Unless you got anything else you want to add, Matt.
No, I think I'm tapped for this week.
Yeah. Good full jolt. Did it again.
Yes, indeed.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us out there. We sure appreciate you coming along. We sure appreciate you subscribing to the Jolt channel on YouTube, Twitch, and Spotify. You just got to search Jolt News on any of those channels. That's the username for Jolt. Jolt News. Especially Spotify, if you guys can get on there, help us out. That would be fantastic. We got a link here in the Discord.
Please.
Let me put that really quick. Let me copy this. Let me Okay, I'll copy all the text into the chat, not just the link. There's all the text in the chat. There's a link to our podcast on Spotify. If y'all wouldn't mind following us on Spotify, if you listen on there to any podcasts, or if you just have an account, it would really help us out if you could follow us on Spotify, give us a rating on there, and feel free to leave a comment there as well. But it doesn't really matter where you watch. We are streaming to all channels, and you can find a complete list on gamingmikeschannel.com to both Gaming Mike stuff and Jolt stuff, because Jolt doesn't have its own website yet, but it does have its own YouTube and Twitch and Spotify. So
nice.
Check it out. There. End of begging. Matt, final thoughts?
Man. Chatters, help me figure out like a outgoing catchphrase that I can do.
Come up with your own catchphrase. Do it now. First thing that comes to mind. Ready, set, go.
I need to pee.
A horrible catchphrase. We can try again next week.
Okay.
Thanks everybody for joining. On behalf of AC Gamer, he loves you, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.